Hi guys, this is my project life for the last 2 weeks. So that would be mid-May to late May. I'm just going to show you guys these pages up close like I usually do. So that's what the spread looks like from afar, and I do have an insert in this one with an interesting, I'll tell you what this is in a second, but it's kind of unique. So I will start with the date. This is the date card that I already had pre-made. I pre-made a bunch of date cards up until this week coming is my last one. And I did that because I find that the date cards really make me get stuck. Like they're the thing that keep me from doing project life. So what I've decided to do was to just kind of make these all ahead of time. And so I did decorate it a little bit extra this week. I added the washi tape details. And just because I just love this chevron washi tape with the blues and greens. So, whoops, sorry guys. Almost knocked you all over. Yeah, so I just wanted to add that, so that was easy. And these are Girls Papery letter stickers from one of those spiral bound sticker books that comes with a whole bunch of stuff in it. And then this is an Instagram photo that I took one day when I was at a coffee shop. It was kind of outside of my usual routine, and so that's why I decided to take a photo and do Project Life, because I had a doctor's appointment. So I took the morning off work and went over to Dartmouth, and downtown Dartmouth is so pretty. I absolutely love it. And so this coffee shop hand stamps on the other side of the coffee mug, it says, or the coffee cup, it says the name of the coffee shop, which is 2if by C, which is on the next page that you're going to see in a minute. But on the other side, they stamp I Heart Dartmouth, which I think is really cute. And so there were some motorbikes over here, and that's the sandwich board sign for the coffee shop. And I really liked how the pattern in the wood slats of the table kind of led you down the road. And so I just thought that was a really cool picture. So I snapped a shot, and I don't do Instagram very often. In fact, I really don't like Instagram. I find it difficult to print and difficult to, I can't save it to my camera roll. Maybe I just don't know how to use it, but I typically just print from my iPhoto camera, like from the, whatever it's called, the camera roll. But anyways, for this one, I did do an Instagram. And so I just did some journaling there, and I used that Studio Calico Day of the Week stamp there. And yeah, and then this is the week that my Conad nail stamping stuff arrived, and that's what my nails look like. This is the second. They're really all old and banged up. These are I did these last week, so they're not in great shape, but I think the pattern is really cool. So they come in these little packages. So I just kept, the package was exactly the perfect size to fit inside of this slot. So I just kept the package and added a strip of, this is one of those Becky Higgins blank journaling, what are they called? Cards? So I just used a piece of washi tape. I actually cut it in half so that I'd have a narrow strip on the top and the bottom to attach it to the package. And I did some just journaling. This week my nail stamping supplies arrived. I've had so much fun rediscovering how much I love painting my nails. And then this is a little heart stamp from, I don't even know what set it came from, because it's just stuck to where I keep all my current stamps. So but it's just a heart stamp that I colored in after I stamped it. Or no, I outlined it. I stamped it in pink, and then I outlined it in black. This is a journaling card from the Bo Bunny Ad Lib collection, and I just literally cut it out, rounded the corners, and popped it in here. And then it says the thought of the day, and then I just did some journaling here. I can't even remember what I wrote. We think it's important to find happiness in the everyday moments of life, whether it's enjoying a cup of java, painting our nails, or making photos. These are the moments that make up life. So it's kind of like a summary of some of the things that are included in this spread. So yeah. So that's what that is. Sorry, I think I was holding it in a bad angle for you guys. This is the back side of one of the Cobalt cards. The backs are all like that. If you don't have the Becky Higgins Project Life core kits, they come with like printed designs on one side, like this is an example, but they might have, oh, I just happen to pick all the same here, but they have all different patterns on the front side, but then the back is just a very pale, I don't even know if that's showing up, a very pale lined pattern, which is really great and neutral for, you know, adding things to. So this is a Studio Calico card that comes in your kit that says it was hand packed by or whatever. And then this is just a sticker that I had from another, I think this is from Cosmo Cricket. Yeah, hang on. It is from Cosmo Cricket. I can't find the package right now, but it is from Cosmo Cricket. And so it said she wondered what would happen if she dared to trust her heart. But I kind of crossed out wondered and put knew, because it's kind of like, it almost has the insinuation that it's like before a relationship, and she was kind of like, I don't know, it just didn't seem to apply when it said wondered, so I just put knew, because it's kind of like, you know, I know Scott is the guy for me, so it's, so anyways, I just changed it, and I stapled it on, because I was gonna, what happened was I put it there because it was the perfect shape, and then I didn't like the word wondered, so I was going to pull it off, and so it's all rippled there, and it wasn't very sticky, so I just stapled it back down and crossed out wondered and put the word new, because I couldn't find another sticker that fit there better, and I wanted to, I really like the pattern on this, so this was just a bit of a filler card. And then this cell here is all about our Canadian Tire money is, they're doing away with it, but now they're doing this, reward card instead. So they're kind of doing like every store has those reward cards and stuff. So they're not going to be doing the money anymore. So I just, it says, hey, about time. And I just put, I guess it was a matter of time. And then I put no more Canadian Tire money right there. And then this is just the sample card that we had to fill out to get our Canadian Tire rewards card. This is just the sample one, like the temporary one. And I put a little clock button on there. This is from Buttons and Badges Etsy shop. And then this is one of the Becky Higgins arrows that came with the Cobalt collection. And then this is just a strip of washi tape that was actually on the other side of this page protector. So it was kind of wrapped around. And so I just used it as part of the design. And then that arrow is pointing down to a piece of Canadian Tire money. I backed it on this piece of ad lib paper from Bo Bunny, and I just doodled around it with different widths of markers just to kind of make it stand out a little bit. And then, because I did the journaling right here about the nails, I just took a couple of shots of my nails with different finishes on them. This is the nail stamp. This I hand drew those dots. And then this is the newsprint nails, where you use alcohol to stamp newsprint on your fingernails. And so then I just use my letter stamps to put "oh my nails." And it's not supposed to say "on my nails," it's supposed to say "oh my nails," because it's kind of like, oh my nails. I don't know. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense, but I just wanted to make it say "oh my nails," so that's what it says. And I used these stamps, which I got at Michael's. I think they're Recollections brand. I kept the packaging for when I put it on my storage, but yeah, I can't remember what it was. I think it's Recollections. And I also used these ditto stamps that that everybody's using these days, and I love. They're really great for Project Life. So it says "oh my nails," and I just what I did was I printed this using Diptych, which is an app for your iPhone or iPad, and you can make photos in all kinds of different collages, and then I just printed it up and trimmed it down and rounded the corners on two edges. And then I just sized this, and this is some paper from Kessie Art. It was left over from a Studio Calico kit that I had. And then this clamp is just the back side of this, which was from the week before. So I think it looks kind of nice because it matches with that green. So that is the first page of that week. And then on the weekend, we went to a place called Ross Farm, which is a living, what do they call it? A living museum of agriculture. So it's like it's a farm, and it's a working farm with real animals and stuff from the olden days. And so you go, the olden days. I don't know what era it's from, so I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm just going to call it the olden days. So this is my insert from our trip. And I just used a Becky Higgins 12x6 page protector, and of course that fits perfectly 3 4x6 photos, and so there's nothing in between them. I just butt them against. I used a piece of paper, rounded the corners, and I just kind of lined them up so that they would be flat against one another. So that's a picture of the guy. We were there for the sheep shearing season, and so that was the guy taking the sheep out of the barn, and that's my daughter holding the slop bucket for him. And then all the kids followed him and his sheep to the workshop where he does the sheep shearing, and those are my two daughters carrying the slop bucket. And there they are, kind of as he goes inside. And then we all went in and we watched him shear the sheep. And my husband got some great photos. And so this kind of flap, which becomes like the tab for turning the page, is from one of those Smash Ziploc bags. They came in a Studio Calico kit, and I've been kind of wondering what on earth I'm going to do with them. So so I just put a bit of the wool. They gave little bits of wool, and actually we took some wool from there and we went into this house here is where the ladies were doing some spinning, and so we actually took some wool from the sheep, and even though you're supposed to, there's a little spot here where they clean it and lay it out to dry and stuff, we kind of skipped that step and spun our wool into strands. And so it was in my purse, so some of the strands, it's sort of come unwound, but it was like a yarn type of stuff. But anyways, this is real wool from that sheep right there, so that's kind of cool. And I just put a little tab. This was just in my scraps. I forget what it's from, but it's a little tab. I think it might be from the Chap collection from American Crafts. And it just says Ross Farm on it. So there's that. And then on the back side, I just used another piece of that Ad Lib Bo Bunny paper, which I'm really trying to use up. And I just cut out part of the pamphlet that has the map on it. Just because I always like these maps. It's fun remembering where you were and what. So here's the second page from this week. And so I started by putting the postcard from the coffee shop I was at. I just picked one of those up from the cash register. And the arrows go that way, which doesn't make much sense anymore because I wasn't going, this was a last minute addition. They're supposed to be going to this. But now this is here, so they don't really point to anything anymore, but I guess that's so those okay. Are from the Becky Higgins Cobalt collection, and this piece of paper that it's backed onto is also from the Cobalt collection. And then this is a picture that I took with my fisheye lens at a restaurant. I just kind of focused on the hot chocolate, and the girls are kind of out of focus in the back, and it's all kind of wonky on the edges. I love the fisheye lens. You can get such cool photos out of it. So I didn't do anything to that photo because I just really liked it as it was. And so right here is the journaling for that. It says, we took a break from running errands Saturday to have lunch at the Canadiana restaurant. And so this one is kind of interesting because it's the back side of one of those Becky Higgins journaling cards. And then this that you see poking out through these holes, this is part of another one of those Studio Calico packed with care by whoever. And I really love these ladies. And I had this red piece hanging around from a project I was working on. This is the offcuts from a embosslet that has hearts. It's called Fashionable Hearts. And so when I lined it up, I thought it kind of looked cool on the back of that Studio Calico card. So I glued this to that, and then I put the whole thing on this card, and then I ran some washi tape, and I put another one of the Cobalt collection arrows pointing up so that you knew what photo that journaling was for. So that's that. And here I used a day sticker from the Cobalt collection that says Sunday, and it just says, I just did some journaling. It says, spent the day at Ross Farm where we watched sheep being sheared and saw how a farm was run in the olden days. Again, I should have just looked up the era, but because olden days sounds kind of funny. This is another sticker from the Cobalt collection, and this is a Instax photo that I took. I brought my Instax camera with me, and so that's all my family members eating lunch at. We kind of took over. This was actually an interpretive center, but it had a big table in it. I think it was used for crafts, and we were looking, it was super sunny that day, and we needed some shade, and so we kind of took over the interpretive center and ate our lunch, but nobody seemed to mind. This is another cut off from one of the Studio Calico advertisement cards that come in the kits that you get. And then this is some washi tape, this kind of diagonal line here. And then this, I'm using this as washi tape. I'll show you what it looks like. And I have no idea where it came from or what it's used for, but I have this little skinny roll of tape. So I just ran a strip of washi tape and then ran a strip of that. I like it because it's skinny, so it's a nice accent tape to use with other things. And then these are those letters that I won. They're from Lily Bee Design, the Buttercup collection, and they're just little, I was going to outline them, but I thought they look kind of nice without the outlining, so that's what it looks like. So it says, Samantha's 18-month photos gave us all a good reason to spend the day frolicking in the dandelions at Ross Farm. I just did some stamping there and stamped an arrow and drew an exclamation point. And this is a photo that Scott took of the girls and their aunt kind of frolicking through the pasture. And then this is a picture of the guy shearing the sheep. They were all sheared by hand, and it took him an hour, and he was sweating like, I don't know what sweats, but he was sweating like crazy. And this poor mama sheep, he brought the baby, and the baby was nursing the whole time. What a sin. So anyways, that's page 2 of that week. So here's this week's spread. This one was a lot of fun to do because I used one of these pages, which has one 4x6 and then 10 of the 3x4 pockets. So that was super fun to do, and I'm so excited to do more of those because I don't know what took me so long to try out that one. So I'll just show you this. I redid the title for this one because remember I said I pre-made all of those titles, and this one was really sucky. I hated it. It was really ugly. It used a sticker that I didn't even like, and the doodling was all yucky on it. So anyways, I had some of this Bo Bunny paper. I'm trying to use it up. As you might notice, it's all over my project life these days. And so I put it there, and also it kind of goes with the Yellow Submarine, which comes up later in my right there in my project life. And so I liked the doodled look of it, and I knew that there was going to be some Yellow Submarine stuff coming up, so I chose to use that. These are Cosmo Cricket number stickers, and letter and number stickers from the 5 million of those that I bought that time. And so that was super easy. I just outlined them with a little bit of marker to give them a bit of emphasis. And then this one is another fisheye photo of Scott making waffles on Monday. Monday was Victoria Day, so I used this Smashbook washi tape roll, and it's supposed to say subject and then date, and so I just put Victoria Day waffles, and I just ignored that that was supposed to be a date. And this sticker is from the Cobalt collection. It just says Mo for Monday. And now this was really fun. So this was the week when my scrapbook.com prize pack came. So that's what this photo is, and it says Tuesday. And so this is the journaling for that. And this is the this card that I put this one on is the backing from an Avalicious button order that I got. And so I thought it was perfect for Project Life. I cut it down. It's not quite a 4x6, but it's quite a bit bigger than a 3x4. So I cut it down so that this stamped word create was in the middle. And then I used the ribbon. This ribbon was tied to some of the stuff in my prize pack. It's just white satin ribbon that says scrapbook.com all over it. And so I ran a strip of it there, and then I ran another strip of it. This was actually already tied, and so I just glued it so that the tie was right there, and cut off the rest of it from the back, and did some journaling. It just says my prize pack from scrapbook.com arrived, and wow, what an amazing prize it is. I forgot the E. $175 worth of scrappy goodness that seems like it was chosen just for me. And so I don't really care that this covers up part of it because it's just supposed to be casual. I used 3 of those Becky Higgins Cobalt collection arrows to point down so that you'd know what picture that was referring to. And then this is a standalone cell. It doesn't refer to any picture. It's just a picture of our new $100 bills, and I like it because it's got like the discovery of insulin on it, and so that's kind of like a nice, I guess. And I used some black and gray washi tape that with the chevron, and it just says the new $150 bills are out. I only took a picture of the 100 because the 50 was, I don't know, I didn't like what was on it as much. And then this is more Bo Bunny collection. I had to piece together 2 different tags here because this one was all cut up already, so I just kind of added on a little strip down here and outlined around the whole thing so it would look like it was all one piece. And then it says the click click of June bugs. And I was going to put on my window, but I didn't have room, so I just left it at that. I will know what that means, the click click of June bugs. So they started this week, so that's why I can't wait till they're gone, but they only last a short time. My sister-in-law, who's a scientist, tells me that June bugs only live for one night. They live to mate and then they die. So every time a June bug clicks on my window, I know it's going to be dead tomorrow, so that's good. Aren't I mean? I hate those creatures. Anyways, Livy's schedule. So this is about Livy's obsession with the puppies who live next door. Our next door neighbors just got 2 puppies, and my daughter is obsessed with them. Like, she comes home from school and immediately wants to go next door. She's been spending every moment that she can over there. So this is Livy's schedule. These are October afternoon letter stickers, and then these are sassafras. You know what? I think I was calling these Cosmo Cricket before. Yeah, these are sassafras. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, these are sassafras. These are Kaiser Craft. These are October Afternoon, and these are Cosmo Cricket. So these are October Afternoon, and these are sassafras. And then this is just the journaling card from the Cobalt collection. It has the days of the week down there. So Livy's schedule: Monday, visit the puppies next door. Tuesday, visit the puppies. Wednesday, visit the puppies. Thursday, go see the puppies. Friday, visit the puppies. Saturday, visit the puppies. And Sunday, party next door. Play with the puppies while there. So I hope that she'll get a kick out of that someday. And that's just the picture of my scrapbook.com prize. And then this is the invitation. This was added to it, but this is the invitation that we made up for Olivia's birthday party, which is coming up next weekend. And so I just cut this out of my silhouette, and I cut like 10 of them or whatever. And then I pre-cut a bunch of these pieces of cardstock. And then on the back side is a yellow piece of paper that's I also pre-cut, and then she stamped like the who, what, when, where, RSVP type of thing. And so she assembled them. I made like a little kit and she assembled them. So I just added for my project life these 2 strips of washi tape, and then this is a Anna Griffin journaling sticker. It says Livy made her party invitations this week. So there's that. And then this was so much fun, and it was actually a lot quicker than I thought it would be, because I did so many of these half and half layouts where it's like half photo and then you just doodle. And I really made use of the Becky Higgins Cobalt collection journaling cards, which I really don't use all that often. I usually flip them over and use the backs of them. So this made this come together way, way easier, because every journaling card already had some elements on it. So I just had to kind of decorate it up a little bit. So this is the first page, and this is actually, it's a, I used vellum to make the background stand out less because it was too much. Like, that paper and this and all these letters was just like the whole thing was getting lost. So I just stapled a piece. So I made this layout on this piece of vellum, and then I stapled it to a piece of the Bo Bunny pattern paper so that you'd have like the effect of the Bo Bunny paper, but it wouldn't be as in your face. And so it just says 1, 2, 3, 4, can I have a little more? It's just the words from the song All Together Now, which is my favorite song from the movie. And we went to see that movie. It was in the theater on a limited, like a one-night show to celebrate. I don't know if it's an anniversary or what, but it's been entirely remastered, and they did it frame by frame. Like, they didn't do it automatically. And so it's being released on Blu-ray. And so anyways, they released it in the movie theater, so we got tickets to it and we went. And so this is just a screen cap from Scott's phone, because we never get movie tickets anymore because we always buy our tickets on our phones, and so I kind of miss having the movie tickets to scrapbook. So I always get Scott to do a screen cap of his iPhone before we use the tickets. And so that's all that is. And then this is just another picture of my nails. And this is one of those label makers, and I borrowed it from somebody because I got tired of not having one. And it's with clear tape, so it's really cool. And then these are my nails from this week. And Then this is just a picture of those supplies. This is basically the kits that I made up for Olivia, and I put all of the supplies together and just left it on the dining room table for her to do. And I made one sample, and so she figured it all out herself. And then this is the same washi tape from the Smashbook collection, this washi tape. And I just wrote, like, it says what, where, when, why. So what birthday party invite kits, where scrap room / dining room, when Thursday, why, so Liv could make them. And it says Liv wasn't excited to do these at first because she wanted to visit the puppies next door, but she eventually did it. And then this one is again just on the back, and this was just part of the journaling card. And so this is another, I just doodled around it, is the only thing. This green part was already on there. And I just added, this is one of these. I've been using these a lot lately. I never use these obviously, but these come in really handy. They're from Smash. And so that's what this is. I just cut off part of it and put Jetmax Joy on there. And this is just journaling about, and I used another strip of that red tape that I don't know what it's from. It says, we've been slowly stocking up on Jetmax cubes for the kids. Here is the final configuration. And again, it's taken with my fisheye lens. And there's a mess on the floor, but that's our real life. So I didn't want to clean it up for the picture because that's the way we live. There's always stuff on the floor in the kids' craft room because they tend to craft on the floor even though they do have a large table. So that's that. And then this is where I just took a picture of, this is actually me working on this week's Project Life. So that's what my scrap space looks like when I'm in the middle of doing. There's my Project Life laying open there, and then there's my Project Life basket. It says documenting those everyday moments sure makes a big mess. And then I just did some doodling on the card as it was, and that was it, and outlined it. And then this is a card about my frustration with my stamps. So it says, lately I've been so frustrated with my stamp storage, so I ordered, again, I didn't finish that word, it should say some, it just says so. I ordered some storage cards to use. In the meantime, I put them all in this basket. So I took all my stamps that I want to use out of my Jetmax and just stuck them all in this basket so I can flip through them. Okay. This one has, I came home from the party next door, which was talked about on one of these other things with Liv's schedule. And I had my strongbow left over, so I actually brought it home with me and scrapbooked a little bit. And so it says, what's in your scrap-a-ma-bob? Which is really just a joke. I don't usually have strongbow in my scrap-a-ma-bob, but I did have it that night. So, and this is just a post-it note over our neighbor's kid. We attended our neighbor's Wings, Rings, and Things party. Face painting was the highlight, and that's Sophie and her friend Jillian at the neighborhood party next door, which was really fun. And then this is the next morning. The kids actually, oh my goodness, my older daughter got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They never do this. They're usually up at 7. And she got up at 6, and the two of them were like up for the whole day on Sunday. That was unbelievable. But anyways, so at 7 o'clock, there's a show on TV just on like it's not on cable or anything. It's just called Namaste, and it just does yoga. And so I turned that on because I don't like the kids watching too much TV, but I don't mind it if it's something like that. So I just turned it on, and they got to use these are their yoga mats that we got for free from a cereal box. So you had to send in the code, you had to order it online, but you bought 2 boxes of cereal and you got a free yoga mat, and it's a real full-size yoga mat. Like, it's really nice. It's as nice as the one that I bought for like $20, and it has like beautiful scrolling, like it's pretty. It's way prettier than mine. So anyways, we bought 4 boxes of cereal so we could get 2, and these are Martha Stewart labels. I just used my date stamp, and then this is a I think it's an MFT stamp set that I've got. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know who makes this. I think it's MFT. Don't they make those ones with the girls with their heads off, with their heads missing? I think it's by MFT. Anyways, yeah, so it's from this stamp set. Or it might be a knockoff from them. Maybe I got it at Michael's. I don't remember where I bought it. But anyways, I do have the reference for it. I could tell you guys. Just a second, let me find it. That's ridiculous. It's from MFT, and it's called Serenity Now is the name of the stamp set. And that's what it looks like. So that's that. And I meant to put the little lotus flower someplace, but I didn't. I forgot. And then this is the last one. So Sunday, this is the day that Livy's soccer started. First practice was at the indoor field. It was a beautiful day. I'm not sure why it was at the indoor field, but it was. So I just put the photo on and I cut the green washi in, I didn't cut it in half, but I cut like part of it off so that it wouldn't be as wide. And yeah, just put the Becky Higgins Sunday sticker right there. And that is it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Now this is what I have to do for this week. So see you guys in 2 weeks.